I like to draw. I like to make art all the time. It's always on my mind. I'm like everybody else. I like to laugh. I like to think. I like to dream. But lately it just seems like all my dreams have been taken away from me. Especially when the doctor says you're not supposed to eat ice cream after midnight. That's just not fair. That goes against everything that's inside of me. It just doesn't make any sense. Sorry for the glasses. I just got back from a big trip. Not gonna say where, but I lost my prescriptions. These are the closest things that I could find that was in my luggage. And just like anybody out in the world, this is what I have to work with. And golly golly gosh darn dang, I'm gonna use it to the best of my ability. I don't want to let anybody down. I can't. Not after the last time. And the time before that, and the time before that. Ugh. There was a time when everyone was thinking the world was round instead of flat. How about that? How about that? And then we all came to our senses and realized we met in the middle, so to speak. And we realized that the Earth was actually just hollow. But it was more flat than round. Let's be honest. But if you look at it from a different point of view, it's like a quarter. It's like big and round. And plus it's like if it's like a bubble, there's like how there's like 12 or 13 sides to a bubble. Well, that just works out to just more creative people, more creative juices flowing, and just more chances that you're going to find cool people to go surfing with and rocking the boards with. Hey, everybody. Let's see, hey, what's up? What's up, Ending? Who let the dogs out? Precisely. Hi. I'm bringing the dogs back in. But I remembered a song that I was trying to write the other day, and it went something like this. Everyone is sick in the head, and so am I. Look out over there, you've got an icicle in your eye. Don't look up. Don't look down. Turn it round upside down. And then it goes on and on, probably for like another 3 hours or something like that. But this probably isn't the right the right venue for that kind of music. It's kind of futuristic. I was gonna say sadistic, but this is what I'm drawing. This is what I like to draw from time to time, when no one's looking. And I like to draw. But tell me one other time that you've seen something like this, and you thought to yourself, boy, the person that drew that was supposed to be doing what he's supposed to be doing. The day he was born, somebody told him how to do it. Nope, it's not how it works around here. No, it's not how it works, unfortunately. I wish that there was somebody that just told me what to do, like Terry. Terry came way too late into the game, and he doesn't know what he's talking about half the time, because he can't look into my soul like I can, because I am me, and it's my soul. But you all have your own souls. I almost said spoles. But I was trying to say souls and spirits at the same time, so as not to offend anybody. Because even the people who say, I don't get offended, I'm not offended, they get offended. I should know I'm one of them. I'm highly offensive. That's the 4th time I've done that today, and it's every time it gets worse. I don't know why. I'll wake you up in the morning. Hi, my name's Storie. Storie Grubb. Wait, wasn't you just wearing pineapples? How can I wear pineapples? What's a pineapple shade? Is that like a tree where it shades you on the beach? I've never been to a beach. Not a tropical beach, mate. Never. Know what I want to. I'm not a big pineapple guy, except for when it's on my pizza. But I like them to deliver it, and then by the time they get there, I've already been grilling up some pineapple, right? Save 25 cents, right? And then you put that bloody pineapple, not bloody, but you know, unless it's like a bloody orangey pineapple, but it's not blood, it's not actual blood. Anyways, I just didn't want people to think that. Sorry, I should respect my audience better than I do. I just worry, so. I think about the small stuff, and the small stuff starts adding up. Yes, right. Okay. I'm trying to finish this piece before the end of the year, and I know I only have a week left, but still. And that reminds me, Merry Christmas, everybody. I freaking love you. That noise in the background is my the attention whore that she is, the water heater. And I use that as a term of endearment. I love whores. I love whores. I'm an equestrian. I love horses. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to say. I love hors d'oeuvres. I love horoscopes. I love horror movies. Yeah, what's the big deal? I miss my teenagers. My teenage years. But you can never get them back. All you can do is put your glasses on correctly and move on about your day, right? That's all you can do. Oh gosh, that felt bad. Feels like I really got something off my chest. Thank you. Thank you. Lo siento to my Spanish-speaking friends. This is what I call cadaver art. I'm a practicing cadaver. I am in the movement and in the melody of the cadaver's heart. And this is where it comes from. The cadaver spirit, you see. This is the crotch. Wait, no, that's the crotch, the little triangle there. And okay, I can't see anymore. You're lifting it too high. There you go. And then there's some kind of scorpion tail there that represents the spinal column, the back of the neck, right? The inside of the throat. Which comes first, which comes last? Oh, that chicken and the egg crap. Hey, what over here? That's some kind of cancer. And then up here we got some kind of butt cheek, lifted up by the rays of the golden sun. And I know you can't see the gold, but I can. And as long as I can, then eventually once it's done, you will be able to as well. I certainly do appreciate your patronage. And your patience. That's why I can never be a doctor. I haven't got any patience. Okay, better. That's better. Much better. Yep, the pen ran out of ink, or it just shriveled up like a turtle running from its own shadow, am I right? They hold up the turtle and it doesn't see its... Oh, that's a lemming. Oh, shoot. My cat is crying, but it's so freaking hot in the garage. What do I do? It's too hot in the garage for her. She's like dying to come out. She lays on the ground and it's cement and it's super cool. I feel bad though when she's crying. I'll do anything for my cat. You are acting tickling. I'm tickling Robbins Williams. What's a Williams? Is that are those test? What's going on? Who is doing what? Tarantino. I was wondering when somebody was going to say Tarantino. Because I heard that ever since I was a kid. I was, I was 14 when Pulp Fiction came out. Snuck into the theaters with my sister and my brother. I was too young to see it. never exactly knew what was going to happen from one minute to the next. In the 90s, it was better not knowing what was coming. You had a better chance of survival back then. People really took stuff seriously. You know, you grow up and you take on certain responsibilities. And I think, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yes, image is one of those things. It's something that you want to be very, very considerate of. You don't want to rub people the wrong way. You don't want to confuse them. You don't want them to look backwards, so to speak, you know? You always want... You always want... Gotta be always moving forward. That's what I think. And do you like the tie? I got it off a dead man. Fits nicely, actually. Yes. What the... What? Oh, that's better. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we can talk about these pineapple glasses, now that we've gotten it all figured out. Figured. Now that we've got it all fingered out. That's what I mean when I'm a shapeshifter. Either it's Tobey Maguire, of course it's all of them, because my face is all weird. It's like a Picasso painting when you see all of it at once, because it can be it could be like different people all of the time, and it's one of those things that I definitely take care of. I take responsibility for looking like other people. I really do. God. I lived in Eureka for a while, and my mom and I walked into Therma. God dang, she's loud. Who's there? A sphincter said what? What? Oh, I fell for it. Good one, Therma. No, you're the best. You're the best. She's my water heater. Yeah. And I forgot that my hair was still like that. It's not even my hair. I took this off of a dead body, too. Don't ask, and I won't tell. I already told too much. But I forgot what I was talking about anyways. Doesn't really matter? I don't think so. Chit. Hello, Chit. Oh, you're full of it, Chit. Is that Chat? Yeah, it's me, Chat. Holy Chit. That's right. Chit. Holy Chit. I'm a priest now. That's what they call me. Holy Cheat. Holy Chit. What do they call you? They just call me Chat. That's pretty much it. Chit. You square. I always knew that you'd be working for the Lord one day, you square. Well, what about you, Chit? Or Chat? What do you do? Why do you care? Because I'm a holy Chit now, and I'm here to help. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to talk about it. My name's Chat. Just leave me alone. Did you poopy in your pants? Yeah, I chatted in my pants. What of it? Well, I would not. We wear robes. I can't help you there, buddy. But here's a quarter so you can go call someone who cares. Or pray to somebody who cares. Either way, I'm getting all the cool points today. You are getting nothing except poop in your pants, you chatty little prick. Yeah, whatever. Holy Mary, Mother Grace, and stuff like that. Okay, see you later, then. See you later, Father. Okay, okay, Chat. Oh, another job well done. I could have been a priest. I could have been I don't know, a pilot. Could have been an alien that landed on another planet, and I was an alien to that planet. I could have been whatever I wanted, but you know what I did instead? Do you know what I did, Chit? Wait, I'm sorry. It's all convoluted. You should see my stepbrother. It's weird. People thought that my stepbrother and I were related because we sort of look alike. but he looks like Quentin Tarantino as well, and he's just another different version of him, or like we could be kids or something like that. I think it's a combination of my eyebrow and my mouth and my nose and my face, and when I wear certain wigs, and especially when I wear ties and everything, pretty much everything. We're like of the same kind of person, because you see, there's a lot of people that look like Quentin Tarantino, especially Quentin Tarantino. From time to time, he sort of looks like himself. Sometimes it doesn't even look like him. It's strange. He looks more like, or I expect it to be somebody like Hugh Grant, or just something like a president, or like some kind of superhero. I don't know. I don't care. I don't look into this stuff. That's why I have assistants. They do all that legwork for me. That's why I pay them the big bucks. Oh, that's why I got fired from my last job too. Ran out of money. But I didn't run out of heart. I didn't run out of spirit, but I ran out of art for a while. But now this kind of stuff, it goes for like 25 bucks a pop. I mean, come on. The square inch is a quarter. That's about 25 bucks right there. We are gonna fix the world, my friends. Hello, Daniel. I don't recall. I don't remember. I don't recall. I don't wait. I have no memory of anything at all. It's a great song. It's a great song. Of anything. Anything at all. He was a synth pioneer, that one. I want to say that's like the album that around that time he was going out into junkyards and just recording things and getting those sounds and going home and turning them into like little notes basically, and then putting them into his synth and making it to where you could go all up and down the keyboard and doing different notes of it, like him hitting like what was it? He was breaking glass and hitting pipes and rubbing things together and just making these strange noises. And because I think that, oh no, I don't think that's Intruder, because Intruder I think is on the same album, and that song is really cool too, Intruder. But it starts with like a scratching sound, and I think it is like a scratching of like some kind of truck or something out in a junkyard somewhere in England. There was a documentary on it actually. It was really good. I love Peter Gabriel. I love him. He's always been there ever since I was a kid. He's just always because Sledgehammer was huge when I was like 4, or I guess it came out in Sledgehammer 84 or 86. I want to say 86, but I feel like that's too late. But it sounds about right too for the kind of animation that it was. But anyways, that was a huge song when I was a kid. My brother listened to Peter Gabriel a lot, so naturally I was listening to it too. Very creative. I like his voice too, and the music is very worldly. I like worldly music. I listen to a lot of worldly music. I listen to music from Peru, and I wish I could listen to stuff here. I listen to a lot of Celtic music, like the Chieftains. I listen to a lot of Mexican music. Caucasianoid music, as you know, whiteys, and I'm not sure what they're called outside of America. Crackers, us, me. I'm a crackerhead barrel, whatever they want to call me. Let's see, what else? Peru. What did I ever say? Peru. I listened to a lot of stuff from Peru. Super happy music from Peru. And then I listened to stuff that was made underwater. Best kind of music that you never want to hear is made underwater. It's terrifying, but it's brilliant. And it'll fill you with love and terror. I don't recommend it, but I do. What's going on here? What's the tattoo? You weren't supposed to see that. Oh my gosh. Why is everybody so curious about the tattoo all of a sudden? Out of curiosity. I don't mean that. I'm just curious too. But it's a little drawing. It's a logo for my band, basically. and it evolved over the course of like 10 years. But um, it was sort of to commemorate me quitting drinking, just a remembrance of never going back to at least that. You know, lots of things have nearly done me in, but I don't have to welcome it. And drinking was a gateway to death for me. To be quite frank, it was just that I was super, super, super duper self destructive when I drank. And I was lucky to get away from it when I did. So that's what this is about. And it's based around like these different logos and different groups that I started, and the logo sort of evolved over the years until it had wings and a little halo. It's kind of faded now, so it kind of is what it is. What genre do I play? Um, my music is more like the recorded music, like the stuff I have written and whatnot. Has like a folk kind of twist on it. But I like rock. I consider it rock and roll. Like folk rock even sometimes. But I'm a fan of so many different things that all these, just like with my art, like all these different influences come out. And I've written, but I write all sorts of different genres. I don't draw a line at a certain sound or anything like that. I welcome it all, and I've recorded it all. Um, I love that. I really, really liked recording music and and creating it and building songs and building like soundscapes and things, and I liked making instrumentals, and just the act of recording is very fun. It's like sculpting sound. It's like sculpting sound, bro. It's like surfing the sound wave. like the indie surf. I mean, silver indie surfer. Whatever. I mean, come on now. But yeah, it was fun, and I did it for a long time. I was lucky enough to have a space in Idaho for a long time that was committed to just art and music, like a downstairs room, and I took advantage of it. I really did, and that was when my life started getting better and better, better too. It's just that I didn't know when to stop leaning on the art and when to like actually exist in this world, because I just wanted to live in and I still have this problem is that I just can't turn it off. Everything becomes everything around me and everyone, unfortunately, and every little leaf on a tree, everything becomes a muse for me to explore. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you can't turn it off, it's just exhausting. Or it's like when you are being lazy and when you can't do it, or when you I don't really get writer's block, but I imagine it's like what it is. Because I'll be working, working, working like for hours and hours and hours, and then just go lay down to watch a movie and feel guilty for watching a movie. I should be drawing at least when I'm watching a movie, and all these stupid rules I make for myself. And so then if you let those things get to you, which I do sometimes, you start thinking super negative, about yourself, and you just don't ever want to turn off because these negative thoughts creep in. Like, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop, don't stop. Constantly, constantly, over and over. And, and it's been like that for quite a long time. To where there's just it's like some kind of crazy factory, just like this warehouse, this factory going inside my brain all the time, 24/7. And I just it's all I can do just to pop out from it every once in a while to do the things I need to do to survive in this reality, because I can't wait to get back to the factory inside of my brain. It's probably the best way I've ever described it. And I'm sure this is very common with other creative type people or hyper creatives or whatever. Because if I'm not thinking about drawing, I'm thinking about writing a song or when there's no music playing at all, just I'll just hear music in my head, and all of a sudden there's just this band playing in my head, and I hear every freaking note. And I talk about this kind of stuff a lot on my channel. Um, it's just hard sometimes, you know. Because, you know, obviously I hear this stuff in my head and I want to share it with the world, but it's like torture hearing these like symphonies and not being able to like put them down on record or something, you know, or record them in any way because I can't write symphonies, but I can hear them in my freaking head. And sometimes they'll be playing for long periods of time before I even realize that it's not even like there's nothing playing on. It's quiet in the room, and I've just been playing this symphony inside of my head. It's almost like having waking dreams too because I hear music in my sleep and all that fun stuff. So, anyways, and life when they say life imitates art, man, sometimes it's brutal. I'm not, you know, in any danger. I'm just I just don't know when to turn it off. I don't know how to turn it off. So, and maybe I don't want to. So, you know what I mean? What about Jesse? Yeah, I like Jesse. Any of your music on Spotify? I think there's some of my stuff on Spotify. Yeah. Yeah, there's if I had it on CD baby, I had like four albums or something like that. All of my stuff is on Bandcamp. Um and then including this album I just put out where it's just complete silence. There's 13 tracks. They're 13 minutes each. I call it the 13 13s, and they're all silent. And it was just my approach to just like it was an anti approach to anti. I'm very anti music now, and I just don't ever listen to music or I don't promote it. I don't even think about it anymore. I don't even care about music at all. Stupid. What a waste of time. But if you got any, please let me know. They just won't let me have it. Seriously, I want some. If you got any music, please. I mean, what's going on down there, Snorri? Nothing, Terry. Nothing. I'm good without music. That's good. That's good. Yeah, because you're grounded from music for a week. You know that. Yeah, I do. I do, Terry. Thank you. Oh man, I think he was listening that entire time. That's the producer, Terry. I think he lives in my head too, but I'm not gonna risk it. I probably drink water weird, huh? I'll check it out. Yeah, you can if you want. You have music on Spotify? Yes. I ducked out briefly. Yeah, I was thinking about that Jesse Wells thing, and because that's for me that's the great controversy of 2025, and then I was thinking, wait a minute, so people think that like Weird Al wrote that song "Fat" about Michael Jackson, because that's what that equates to. They thought that he was calling Michael Jackson fat. Oh my gosh, they must really hate Weird Al Yankovic. And I just learned from my elders. That's all I was doing. Hey, hands off. No, I think Jesse's cool. So I have a friend who actually plays I guess he would consider his music bluegrass, but he's a very 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 talented bluegrass musician, and I have great admiration for artists that obviously have skill and talent. And yeah, all I knew when I recorded that video, all I had ever seen or knew about Jesse was that he always plays in front of like these like really beautiful freaking like orchards and trees and stuff. So I was trying to do that in my backyard, just make fun of that, and just the way his style, you know. I wasn't making fun of the man. I always gotta reiterate that because yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous for somebody to think that I would think anything negative about the guy. I know nothing about him, but it certainly it could sound like that in the song. But my channel is about art, and so I wrote a song about artists who aren't like Jesse. So Jesse was singing a song about those people. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. But my ancestors, they wrote me some emails. They're trying to get a hold of me to ask me questions, make sure that I'm cool, and because they like Jesse Wells, and they were offended by it too, and they were like, "What the hell are you thinking, making fun of him?" And I said, "I great 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 grandfather of the Four Winds. I please accept my apology from beyond the grave, but that's not wasn't my intention. Listen, dot dot dot. Things are different now. Dot. No, just kidding. Anyways, yeah." My God, I love the sound of Depeche Mode. Yeah, Depeche Mode has a great sound. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, like I'm a big I'm a I'm a huge Cure fan as well. I love the Cure, and I love whatever you listen to, and it moves you. I've been moved by country western songs. Like some Willie Nelson songs have made me fucking tear up. Um, so many from all different genres. I love it all, and I always play my friend Sleepy Seahorse on this channel. Um, just an old friend from Boise, and we're talking about having him come on the show and talk about music and stuff like that. I want to interview him because I've fallen in love with his music, and it's really cool to I don't know. I want to try to just sort of interview him in like a serious way and ask questions about his songs, and because his songs are rad. And he wrote back and he said that he's working on his big comeback. So I'm excited about that too. Sleepy Seahorse. Anyways, yeah. I just wanted to stop by and say hi. Art is also good for this. I appreciate the company. Sorry I'm not more entertaining or high energy. It's been a long day, and it's very, very hot out here. I'm sweating like crazy. I'm sweating like loco. What? Yo, it's me again. Hey CG. Hey, CG. Holy, 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 holy. If you could watch one movie right now, what would it be? For me, I almost want to watch The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Can't wait to get new strings on this. I was thinking about taking some of my guitars in. Like, I have a 12 string that never stays in tune. And then this. And then seeing if I could trade for an electric nylon string. Because I like nylon strings. But these strings are very, very, very old. I bought this as a prop guitar back in Idaho for like $35. And it really does play nice. But it also plays dirty. And that's why I like her. That's kind of gross. Anyways, speaking of gross, we were talking about the crotch earlier. And no, this is like a whole body. It's a symphony of sinew. It's a sinuous symphony. Yeah. And it starts right there. It is funny because I didn't even intend it, but there's these two triangle things are pointing right at each other. And I didn't even intend for that to be. It just was, and it's kind of cool. And I like it when you think about things, and then your fingers move. Oh gosh, sorry about that. And then your fingers move, and then you make art, because then you well at the offset of the universe, there was once maybe one or two of us that had the ability to make art, and then we kept going, and nope, got scared at first, but it had to keep. Otherwise, we wouldn't have. And then because of it, we were able to go different, and then because then after that we all that stuff with kick and stuff. So with art, it's just the best thing ever, and that's why I think it just is. So it's always kept me safe like an umbrella from the rain. Isn't that right? No? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We don't have to agree to disagree. Hello, mirror. Or is it mirror? Hmm? I think it's mirror. Hello, mirror. That's really hard to do. Mirror. Maybe that's why that's not what you're supposed to do. Because it is really hard. Try it. You should try it. Black mirror. It takes some practice. I'm pretty good at rolling my R's, I should know. I always do about one too many, though. One too many. How about 1, 2, 3 too many? 1, 2, 3 many. That doesn't make any sense. And now the world's gonna die because of what I said. No, it's not. It'll be fine. Why are you talking like me? No, I'm not. You're talking like me. You remember that first. I'll remember it whenever I want. Now get off my lawn, imbecile. That's Sir Captain Imbecile to you, smartass. Fair enough. Okay, now that we got that squared away, it can get kind of rough out here in the hood. If there was some kind of creature with big red eyes and Mothman-like qualities sneaking up behind me, you would tell me, right? Because I could have sworn in the camera, I could have sworn Oh my God. The ceiling is way shorter than I thought it was. Huh. Strange. But yeah, if you see some kind of Mothman creature with big glowing eyes behind me, please say something. Just give me a hand symbol in the comments, and I'll know that the bugger's there. And I have a can of Raid down here. We could split the buckaroos. How about that? The first one to warn me gets to split the buckaroos. Because we're going to be famous. Come on now. Nobody believes in that turd bucket. No one believes in that turd bucket but you and I, my friend. How has it only been 40 minutes? Oh my gosh. Do you guys want to watch a movie or something? I got some popcorn. I can't draw. My hand. I don't know what it's doing. It looks like it wants to draw. But last time I did that, it left a mark where it wasn't supposed to. On Chief McCrady's face while he was sleeping at his desk, and that's how we escaped, because he has the keys on his belt. And I just so happened to take one of the loose pipes from the cell, makeshift it into a hook the keys off of his shit, go through the pipe bars, and then unlock the door to make it look like we escaped that way. Things get really convoluted around here, and I'm tired of being the con man. Such is life, my friends. Stop! Sorry. Just annoying. I'm trying to talk and you're doing this. Anyways. Yeah, so what's up, everybody? Golly gosh darn dang. What is today? Tuesday? Let's talk about Tuesday. Do you even know where that term comes from? I don't. I was hoping. I think I know. I used to know. There was a Queen Tuesday or something like that. Queen to Tuesday. Something like that. And she added the extra. Uh, her dog's name was Tui. I don't remember. It was so long ago. What album of yours should I listen to first? I would listen to. You know what album is pretty good is the. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's the fifth album. I did an album a year in 2019, and it's the May album. Gosh darn it, what is it called? Why am I. I'm forgetting that. I'm forgetting. It'll come to me. I want to say Odd. Um, Oddly Enough. It's called Oddly Enough. I wrote it. I wrote the drums first, and then I wrote the bass lines, and so it's like a really bass and drum heavy album, which kind of turned out being a good thing. And it's pretty good. There's some good stuff on that one. And for an out for a piece or for an album that was written and recorded in 1 month, it's not too shabby. But Cross Bass is another one that's really cool. I recorded it in my bedroom, a little attic room in Portland. That was the last album I recorded um, in 2021. And I recorded a lot of the stuff on a Kurzweil keyboard, which was really fun because it had like old school cartridges that you put in for like different sounds and things like that. But it had really nice drums, and so I did all these different drum beats and things. And it's not it's no Peter Gabriel, but it was certainly fun to record it. I wanted that album to be more worldly than some of the others. Numbskull is really fun if you're into like punk and like grunge, and it's only 17 minutes long, but it feels like a full-length album. And don't forget about the album. No, I was kidding. That's all. I think Oddly Enough would be my favorite. All right, well, how's everybody else hanging? What? Slap it, slap it. I'm 3 hours into Wednesday. Black. What meteor showers are taking place starting tonight? Oh, I saw. What was it? I think because I get up very early. I went outside this morning and I saw a meteor, a big one. You know that there's these like. Gosh, I forget exactly what they're all called, but there's these plates that these people were taking. Basically, these people back in like the 50s and stuff were taking images of outer space around the time of nuclear weapons testing on our planet and the usage of these weapons, all around our planet. And there are these things that appeared in our atmosphere, and they used before were sending up satellites, and these things would be able to pick these things. Before there was a lot of stuff up in the atmosphere, there were these certain things that would come and go, and they have images of them because back in the day, the astronomers used to take certain plates, picture plates or something of these things, and you can see them in the plates, and then they like disappear, like they come and go a lot, and it's I don't know. There's always something. There's always been something just lurking behind the shadows. Of course, we always have to, even if there was aliens, and because there are, but even if they were just common and everybody was just used to it, we'd still have to pay our bills and do our taxes, and it's not like all that would go. It's not like people would just be like, all right, well, everybody, they're real. Let's set the house on fire. There we go. Goodbye, Frank. Goodbye, Martha. Y'all have a good life. Now we're gonna burn here. I don't think that it would just turn into chaos. But um, thank you. Um, and if it did, survival of the fittest, baby. Some of us are gonna die. I know I can eat like 20 people before I'm even full. So better watch out. Me and my pineapple glasses are gonna come get you. We're unassuming, but we're lethal. Oh shit! What's up, Bill? Am I one of the aliens? I've actually often thought that, and I won't say why. But I have reason to believe that yes, I am. And if I truly was one, I would not be able to tell you I was. So I just shouldn't be saying anything at all. I am perfectly normal. I've done this all before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh crap. I hope you guys didn't see my third lens. Strangers in a strange land. But yeah, there's all sorts of crazy stuff like that's coming out, and you would think that it would just be the biggest topic because that's another thing. If people were going to freak out because aliens were real, how come all of this crazy evidence and all of this new footage and stuff comes out and nothing ever changes? Like there's never like a stampeding of people or just the end of the world. And I think people are just like, okay, they're real, whatever. I still got to feed my family. Um, and I really do hope it wouldn't, come to some kind of violent thing. I don't think it would, because I think if and when they do finally reveal themselves, first of all, if they wanted to wipe us out, they could have already done it like so freaking long ago, or they would have by now. Um, because even when those pictures were taken of these things in our atmosphere, long before Sputnik was up there or anything was up there, that could have, and they were these, apparently the way that they got pictures of them was they were these big silver flat things out in space that I think they stopped short of saying discs, but they could have said discs, these big flat discs or plates they call them, like that were in outer space. And pretty much in our atmosphere, so high up that it had to have been, you know, um, something like that. And again, this was a time before satellites and tons of space debris and things like that. And these things moved, and they would leave and come back, and they were not always, I guess maybe, but um, they would show up a lot more and in clusters. And they have pictures of these things. They just released them. Uh, of them like coming and going during like periods that coincide with like nuclear testing, um, and things of that nature. And these things are already known just to come down and totally shut down nuclear plants and like turn off warheads and go to these places and shut down the entire energy to this planet like altogether. Um, these things have been happening for obviously for decades, but if you believe that sort of thing, which I believe, I do. So if you ever heard of like Rendlesham Forest or anything like that, or there was a base in Montana that got shut down by aliens too. This glowing disc thing just came over the base and just shot this laser down, and all like one after the other, all these like nuclear warheads and stuff went offline. This is back in the 80s, I think. Um, and I think it almost caused World War III. So it's obvious, it's just been around forever. And whether it's homemade or from somewhere else, I think like the answer's coming pretty soon. Feels like it is. Because now there's just a lot of we're able to like find so much more stuff now. It's people think that there's not a lot of still like a lot of good footage of UFOs, and I beg to differ. There's just so many that it's hard to like just say that they're not real anymore without at least looking at the evidence anyways. But the truth is out there, and I'm a believer. That's something I always dream about too. I always dream about UFOs, and I chase them in like fighter jets. In my dreams, I'm a fighter jet and I'm chasing UFOs. Sometimes they're just crashing out of the sky. Sometimes I'm just watching lights go all over the place in the sky. I love those dreams. And I never feel scared. There was this one dream I had of when they were crash landing, and these beasts, the things were opening and they were like coming out, and I was like, hell no, and I was like running away. That was pretty scary. But they were like bog aliens or something, They were like very boggy. How's my day? It's been an okay day. It's been full. Yeah, I'm grateful for today. Thanks, Belle. I hope your day was well. Belle. I did some physical therapy on my arms. Some therapy on my mind. And some therapy on my abs. I actually did. But I also learned, I asked the dude at physical therapy if when I'm not there and I'm doing exercises at home, is it okay to do push-ups? And he said no. Because I was trying to do push-ups this morning, and it was just killing my arms. And so I only did like 5 until I was like, fuck that. So I asked him, I'm like, is it okay to do push-ups? And he's like, no, push-ups will only make it worse. And so I was kind of relieved in a way, because I've been doing push-ups. Anytime I start doing some kind of physical regiment, whatever, routine, push-ups are always in there. Like my dad taught us to do push-ups as a kid and all that stuff. We did it in school. But maybe it's more so just because of my arms right now. They need to heal before I start doing that certain movement, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Makes sense. But yeah, my posture. It's all about my posture. Because I hunch. So I need to do this. Hey, everybody. I was just choking myself. Hey, everybody. My name's Storie Grubb. I cannot breathe anymore. Somebody get this guy off me. I know that was off-putting. I'm sorry. But I appreciate the company. I must head out and go to cooler places. Not cooler as in you guys aren't cool. I mean, literally, it's really hot out here. But as usual, I really appreciate the company. I'm honored that people would even come by and hang out at all. Even if it's to say, F you, whatever. And I'm like, true. And so then we can talk about the truth, and then they become my friend, and then we start writing books together, and that's how the West was won, I think, a little bit of friendship and a whole lot of love. All right. So anyways, now we're at chapter 2 of the show, in which I sit here and I lament for about 25 minutes. So just start the clocks now. 3, 2. Anyways. But yeah, thanks for the company. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you later in some other sketch, in some other live stream, in some other way, in some other place, maybe in our dreams. But definitely, always here at Storie Grubb. Oh, I thought Terry was going to come out of nowhere and stop me. Draws. Cool. All right, everybody. I love you. I like the 13 likes too. That's my lucky number, so I'm gonna keep it at that. So you guys take care of yourselves now. I'm Storie Grubb, and I approve this message.